Hi everybody, how's everybody today? Welcome back to my channel. Please like and subscribe if this content is for you. Today we are going to do a face mask and talk about the moon. So anyway, for those of you that do know me, I've been growing out my gray and just letting my hair grow out from a very short pixie cut. This is what I deal with. That's why I wear headbands a lot, because my hair just does what it wants. I have two cowlicks and a widow's peak, and it just basically gets in the way. So I'm going to put my headband on, and we're going to do, it's a sheet face mask. I'm going to pull this up a little bit higher. Let me scooch up a little bit. Okay. I hope y'all can see okay. It's a cloudy day. I'm a little disappointed. I was going to try and film getting my yard prepared for the spring equinox or Ostera celebration on the 20th, March 20th. We had like 3 or 4 warm days, and it rained every one of those days. So with the rapid melting of the snow and more rain on top of it, it's just a sloppy, muddy mess. So I couldn't really do anything, and I was disappointed. I wanted to get my backyard straightened out, get my fairy garden started, and yeah, so there's that. All right, so today we're going to talk about the moon and moon water and how to make it while we're doing this moon velvet face mask. Now this is a moisturizing cream mask. I've never used it before, and I've already cleansed my face. It says, cleanse your face, apply the mask, gently smooth out the mask, leave on for 15 to 20 minutes. Let your skin soak in all the nutrients, remove the mask, pat in the remaining essence left on your skin. So, like I said, I got this at Amazon, and it says the key ingredients are shea butter and sodium hyaluronate. So shea butter softens dry skin, seals in moisture by forming a protective barrier over the skin. A water binding in sodium hyaluronate is a water binding ingredient that brings moisture to dry, parched skin, which, as you can see, I got these little age spots. So I don't know what's going on with that. Hold on. I'm shaking because my cat jumped up, of course, on the thing. So here's what the package looks like. Let me see if I can get my cat to leave. Here. Go. Well, you guys can deal with the shaking. Okay, so I just tore it open. Ew. Okay. It does say it's a moisturizing cream mask. So I'm pulling it out. And there is a lot. I warmed it up in some hot water. There's a lot of cream on it. Looks like that. It's covered in like, almost like lotion. And it does not have a smell. Let me see if I can get this apart here. My cat is very interested. Okay, so, sorry, I ripped it a little bit. Oh well. Okay, so it's a lot of cream on that side, so I'm going to face that side in. Pull the nose thing down. So let's line it up. Wow, if you have a really high forehead, it definitely gives you forehead space. Let me pull that a little bit. All it really says is to smooth out the wrinkles. So hopefully I can blab away. Very creamy. Now I stuck it in hot water to warm it up a little bit. There. And of course, I would text too. Sorry, I forgot to turn my phone down. Let's just shut that off. Okay. Paper towel. Wipe my hands off. So, no burning or anything. There's no smell to it. And there's a lot of cream in here that I'm going to wipe on my face when I'm done. All right, so let's get to it. Let's talk about moon phases. And if you're a pagan, or if you're a witch, or even if you're not any of those, let's just talk about the moon. So, the full moon, I believe this month is going to be on the 18th. And I always do a full moon ceremony, so I'll go over that with you closer to that. Gypsy, please, go. So, we're going to talk about moon phases. So, your moon phases are the new moon, and the new moon, like you'll hear somebody say waxing moon or waning moon. So, the waxing moon occurs from the new moon until the full moon. So, from new moon to the full moon is waxing. And the waning happens from the full moon back to the new moon. So, away from the full moon. I got little notes here so I don't forget. So, if you're going to do magic or spell work or prayer work or whatever, on the new moon, that's the best time to set goals, prepare and cleanse your altar or your sacred space for the month, or your prayer table, wherever if you do daily affirmations, that area. Get it cleaned up, prepared for the month. Like if you change out your crystals, or if you change out, the way your altar's set up. I usually do my altar seasonally, so this full moon I definitely will be changing it for the upcoming spring equinox or Ostera, whichever term you use. Okay, so the waxing crescent is the next phase of the moon, which is a crescent moon, and the one that follows the new moon. And that's best for money spells, career spells, anything like that, financial. The first quarter is good for luck, love, healing, and your waxing gibbous is a time to reflect, pause, observe, reflect, journal, things like that. Then your full moon, you can do any spell work, take chances, make moon water, which we're going to talk about. And by the way, moon water can be made any waxing Well, actually, any moon phase, depending on what you're using it for. And I'll explain more about that later. So then you have your waxing, or your waning gibbous, which is great for banishing spells, protection spells, cleansing and detoxing your environment, your body, whatever. Um, Last quarter is another rest, and also justice spells or justice prayers, court stuff can be done on there. And then your waning, I meant waning gibbous if I didn't say that. Then your waning crescent, which is the crescent moon right before the new moon. I always use that to look back over the month, do gratitude, um, not ceremonies, but express my gratitude to the universe and so on and so forth. So those are some of the things that I like to do with working with the moon's energies. I don't always do every single phase of the moon. I'm more of a new moon, full moon person. So there's that. So, all right, let's get on to moon water. So what moon water is water that's been exposed to the moonlight, either on, I usually do mine on the full moon. You can do it any moon phase. That's up to you. But I do mine on the full moon. It represents the element of water. You can use it as a magical ingredient in spell work. You can water your plants. You can cook with it, bathe in it. It absorbs the energy from the full moon, and it holds the energy and the properties of that moon. So what I use is, if I get bottled water, which I don't like to do, but as you can see, we do get it. I will actually remove the labels off the bottled water, leave them capped, and I will bring them out to my little area that I usually sit under the moonlight, which I will be showing you later on this month. And I remove the labels though, and I leave them capped, and I lay them in my circle. I usually have my circle of crystals, and I usually use clear quartz, unless there's something specific that I'm going to be using the moon water for. That will, depend on what crystals I use and whatever. So I always do a full moon ritual, whether it's indoors or outdoors. And most of my full moon rituals that are indoors occur in my bathtub, which I have an altar in my bathtub, which I will be showing you this month coming up. I have 3 altars in the house, and I have 1 outdoor sacred space area and altar where I work, and soon to have a little fairy altar for my little fairy folk. Anyway, so moon water, back to that. So I remove the labels. I also use mason jars, and I do that so that I can put the caps on and screw the caps shut, lay it on its side so the moon light can penetrate the water, and that way I don't have to strain it for bugs and so on and so forth. You can also use your watering container that you water plants with, set that out. So if you're going to drink it, what I do with the mason jars is I use tap water. Our water is pretty safe to drink. If your drinking water is safe, use tap water. And then I cap the mason jars and then lay it out in the sun. In the sun. Oh my God. Under the full moon. We'll get to the sun, sun water in another video. Sorry, I'm crazy today. It's been a long weekend. So you charge it in the moonlight overnight, and when I set it out, it's all about your intention. I set it in my sacred space. I ask my deity or goddess to allow the moon's light to bless this water. I set my intentions, depending on what I'm using it for. If it's for drinking, I always set good health intentions and detox. And if I'm going to, whichever bottles, I can always write on them what the intentions were that I set with that specific jar of water. Or you don't have to set any intentions. Just good energy, good health for the month is fine. So, like I said, mostly the mason jar water, I add it to my baths. Usually when I take a bath, anytime I take a bath, I light candles. I stain my area. Another word for that is smudging with either incense or herbs, depending on what, part of the year it is. I also stain or smudge with water. And you can use the moon water to cleanse an area, put it in a mist bottle and just mist it around. Clear negative energy. You can add some essential oils to it, depending on, some good ones for protection, like rosemary essential oil if you want to protect. Lavender is also very protective and cleansing out negative. Rosemary cleanses out negative. An oil that they call thieves oil is very good. You can infuse it with herbs, whatever you want. You can also clean with it. I use my mason jar ones to pour into my bath water to infuse my bath with moon energy. You can drink it. Just make sure that the water that you drink is either the bottled water and that you bring it in right away. Do not leave it lay out in the sunlight, especially in the plastic. It's not good for you. Bring it, even if you want to bring it in before you go in for the evening, that's fine. I usually, as long as your water is left out into the moonlight for a minimum of an hour, it will be energized and charged. You can also put a drop of moon water on your third eye to help open up your third eye chakra. It helps with meditations. To enhance your meditations, you can put it in your cleaning solution to cleanse your whole home and property. Water your plants. Use it for spell work, house blessings. You can give it to your animals for better health, better, whatever. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes since we've put this on. I'm going to peel this off. See, it has that lotion. It feels nice. Very moisturizing. I'm going to leave it on. Very moisturizing. I'm not sure if I like the texture of it. Feels okay, though. Now, there's a lot of lotion in here. I'm going to show you. I'm going to squeeze this out. And I am not going to slather this all on my face. But look at that. Ew. I mean, it's very creamy. It almost looks like curded at first. And then you rub it around. It's not slimy. But it doesn't absorb like... Okay, I'm putting it on my hand. It's very wet. So there's that. Let me get a paper towel. I love these paper towels. And people will say, oh, you tree killer or whatever. But these are from Grove. And I've had an account with Grove, not sponsored, of course, because I don't hardly have any subscribers. They're made from bamboo. And I like it because they Send it in a cardboard box. You can compost these. They break down very easy once they're wet. Although they hold up with cleaning. I mean, it takes a little while, but you can compost them. And the box that they come in, you can throw in your compost bin if you do compost, if you garden. So there's that. Okay, now it did soak in. Oh, it feels very nice. Very smooth. Beautiful. Okay, so there's that. Once again, it was the Moon Velvet face mask. It was on Amazon. I'll put the link down below. And it will not be, I will not be getting a commission anymore from any of the links down below. I stopped the Amazon affiliate thing. It became too complicated. And at my age, I just don't feel like learning anything else. I'm barely learning editing. I'm trying to do it. Trying to make my films a little bit more better. I'm sorry this is already up to 21 minutes. I hope you were able to understand the stuff about the moon water. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments down below, and I will get back to you and answer them. So, as for that, like I said, I'll leave the comment. This did come in a pack of 5, I believe. 5 or 6. I'll link it down below so you can look at it. And I hope you had a good time. And I hope you were able to follow along on the moon phases and the moon water. And like I said, if you have any questions, ask down below in the comment section. Please like and subscribe if you like this content. And I will see you later. Bye.